Hello everyone, my name is Chrisanthi Papadopoulou Velli and I'm a licensed psychologist in Greece, specializing in child and adolescent adverse experiences. Today we're going to talk about how and why we should create safe spaces for children so that they can express themselves freely and confide in us if anything unpleasant happens to them. First, let's clarify some basic definitions. Safety is a broad term that describes the circumstances where an individual is not threatened physically, emotionally, or psychologically, and is therefore protected from any danger or harm. Felt safety is the personal perception of safety. As adults caring for children, we may know that children are realistically safe, but the feeling can only register with them if they feel it themselves. A safe space for children refers either to an actual physical space or to a trusting relationship, where children are not only realistically safe, but also feel protected from any stress or harmful behavior. When children are not in an environment of felt safety, they tend to experience higher levels of stress and anxiety. They become more irritable, and as a result, they tend to behave in a more dismissive or aggressive way. This can create tension, dysfunctional communication patterns in our relationship with them, and even put them in potential danger because of this lack of trust in the adults in their lives. On the other hand, when children do feel safe, their overall well-being is ameliorated. Developing trust in the adults responsible for them also creates higher levels of self-trust. These children tend to be more relaxed, they have a more positive outlook on life, they have healthier communication patterns, and they are more solution-oriented, among other benefits. Whether you're a parent or a professional working with children, the key element in building an environment of felt safety for children is trust. As adults, it is our responsibility to establish a trusting relationship with our children. And how can we do that? Primarily by showing empathy, respect, and consistency. And since trust always goes both ways, it's important to show our children that we trust them as well. We can show this by starting gradually from smaller everyday tasks, such as letting them choose the outfit they want to wear for the day, and later start building towards bigger and more important decisions as they grow older. Now, it is important to remember that building trust takes time, so the earlier we start implementing these practices into our relationship with children, the better. Now, let's take a closer look at each one of the three key trust-building factors. First comes empathy, the ability to put ourselves in our child's shoes and try to understand their actions, opinions, and feelings without judging them or rushing to any conclusions. We can show empathy by actively listening when our child is talking to us, especially when what they say is filled with emotion. For example, let's say that a child tells us they are upset because they lost a game. It's important to listen to them carefully without laughing or minimizing it. When active and empathetic listening is established in the adult-child relationship, the child can feel safe to come and confide in us when they are upset and trust that we will support them. The second key factor is respect. Respecting the child's need for privacy, as well as their right to express their wants, opinions, and emotions, has a double benefit. It builds trust, but also it models respectful behavior for them to emulate. Last but not least comes consistency. Whether this refers to our behavior or to the rules and boundaries we want to set for our children, it is important to stay reliable and stick to our words. Then children can learn that they don't have to second guess their behavior or worry that we will change our behavior and find themselves in front of sudden changes. Over time, as children learn that their wants and needs will consistently be heard, taken seriously, and respected, they build trust in us and in themselves. They feel safe. It's important to remember that ups and downs are a natural part of the human experience. It takes time, it takes patience, and it takes ongoing effort to build and maintain an environment of felt safety. There may be times where you feel like you tried everything and nothing is working, or even that you're taking steps backward instead of forward. Stay calm, stay consistent, and remember that your behaviors and your reactions are what set the example for your child's behavior and reactions. And above all, don't get discouraged. There are plenty of strategies and approaches that may work for you and your specific situation. And if you feel like you need more guidance, you can always seek parental counseling from a licensed professional. And of course, if you ever believe that a child may be in danger, don't hesitate to act. You can call the Smile of the Child if you live in Greece, or directly contact the authorities. For Greece, the number is 100 or 112 across Europe. Thank you so much for being here and for your commitment in creating safe spaces for children where they can truly grow and thrive. Watching this video may not seem like you're doing a lot, but remember, every small effort you make today might change a child's future, even if you don't see it right away.